Two grown men having a phone conversation about heartbreak, loss, bad friends, hurtful women. Our host, Greg Hughes, drives in the rain with one of the Waze ladies screaming out clear verbal direction to his destination. Our co-host, Carl Ruiz, the Mad Cuban, hashtag Fat Batman, alone in his creepy cabin somewhere in New Jersey, awaits his guest. A little small talk, car troubles, weather shit, a heart-to-heart in the rain while driving with a GPS monitor on, mind you, vaguely giving the coordinates of the creepy cabin. Now you might be asking, is this gonna suck? Well, yeah, but not because it isn't good. This is a great episode, really honest, funny, gay in some parts, not in a happy way, more like in a Gilmore Girls way, or a dude singing an Alanis Morissette song at karaoke gay. That's all I got. So let's take that drive with Mr. Greg Opie Hughes as he depends on a Waze girl for directions to Carl's creepy cabin on Opie Radio.
What's up?
Good morning, lamb chop.
What are you doing?
The podcast has begun, my brother.
Why are you talking slow like that? Did you have a stroke?
My car had a stroke.
Oh.
I'm a little stressed out. I got a flat tire last night on the Cross Bronx Expressway.
That sucks.
And now I'm competing with the Waze as I try to podcast with you.
You doing a little podcast to Rudy?
I'm podcasting as I drive with a brand new tire.
Oh,
What a fucking nightmare. I rimmed it all the way home last night.
no shit, bro.
Well, you know the Cross Bronx Expressway. It's the worst road in America. You know that, right?
It's easily the worst road in America.
It fucking, it's a truck route. It's a worker's route. So all sorts of shit falls off trucks all the time, causing numerous flat tires every single day. And the Opester was a victim last night.
Nice.
A little victim. And I watched my my tire pressure go from a sweet 38
Right.
all the way down to 18.
Nice. Four-wheeling PSI.
And I wasn't going to pull over because it is the Cross Bronx Expressway, which is also one of the scariest roads in America.
Right.
So I rimmed it all the way home, and I got my tire fixed just a little while ago, and now I'm off to Carl's creepy cabin.
Drive straight after a quarter of a mile.
Got a big day today, brother.
We got a big day. I got to get Carl up to where? ESPN?
Yeah, we're going to Bristol, Connecticut.
Please drive straight.
Oh, this Waze. I know where I'm going!
Dude, relax, bro. You're screaming at a computer like a snowflake. I'm cleaning up the cabin. I threw a little party poo.
I saw your Instagram live. That was a hell of a party.
It got good for me. I don't care about anybody else. I'm having a good time.
You took another one down?
This town is in complete upheaval.
Carl is loaded for bear, and he's taking out bear left and right.
Dude, all you hear is the blowgun.
Carl in a small town being divorced is, wow, that is a hell of a party.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
That's hilarious. I saw your Instagram before you turned it off, and you were giving dance lessons in the backyard?
I put on my shit kickers. I got these rubber boots when it gets muddy.
Yeah.
And it was getting smoky in my house because everyone was smoking cigars. So I used that as a literal smoke screen. I'm like, why don't we go outside and do a little salsa poo? You know what I mean?
Nice.
So I have this little Bluetooth speaker. I put it on the tree.
Yeah.
We're just Mark Anthonying it up.
Oh, beautiful. Good for you, buddy.
And I kept my back to the light. So
Yeah.
that way, if there was a bear coming, I would just throw her at the bear and run back inside.
There are bears up there. You're crazy.
There's giant fucking bears, man. There's giant bears.
And you're giving dance lessons in the backyard. How are the bugs, though? The mosquitoes must have taken you guys out.
There was no bugs because it was just drizzling.
Right.
So if it's drizzling, it's just beautiful out.
All right.
So now I got, they're going to come today, but tomorrow they're building a fire pit in the back. and putting strings of lights because this is going to be party central. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? You're setting the backyard up for parties now?
Yeah, just like I'm going to start barbecuing. Once it gets a little cooler,
right?
You know what I mean? And all the animals go to bed.
Right.
I'm going to go.
Turn left after 1 mile.
I guess we're doing the podcast with me, you, and Waze. They just,
Right, that's fine. Waze don't bother me.
It just popped in again saying Bear left.
Finally, someone famous on the podcast.
I thought you were going to have your A-lister friends on. I drive so many people nuts. Oh, my God.
Everybody. People that you don't know, you drive nuts already.
Whatever. Get over it.
I already got my okay for my Super Bowl tickets and everything, so I'm all set. Atlanta, baby.
Wait, you're going to Atlanta?
Yeah. I went to Minnesota last year.
Right.
And in a company called Bullseye.
Yeah.
It's like the promotion company. They're like a big sports company. One of the dudes calls me and goes, dude, just to let you know, here's your codes and now you're all set. We will not have another Super Bowl without you. You partied 24 hours a day. You kept everybody going. I said, all right, I'll see you there.
Wow, good for you, Carl.
How good is that?
That is real good.
Already locked in for the bowl.
Who do you think's going to be in the bowl this year?
I can care less. I was in Minnesota. I must have made 300 people take a knee, let alone football players.
Oh, Trump's not happy with Carl. Everyone around him ends up taking a knee, 2 knees.
I don't care.
And then they're over a bowl for the rest of the night.
I was taking people out. I had people lost out in the snow in Minnesota. I showed no mercy. Super Bowl's like New Year's Eve.
Right.
So there's not a lot of real Super Bowl, like football fans, because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of like very wealthy people that just want to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't give a crap about the game, most of the people there. That's what's so sad about the Super Bowl, because the real fans get shut out.
1 mile.
Oh my God, the tickets were thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm just.
And oh, it was awesome. But it's awesome to go.
Well, I've never been. I've been offered Super Bowl tickets a million fucking times, and I don't know why. I just never did it.
If you want to go to Atlanta, let me know.
I'm going to
sure I
Atlanta.
can work something out.
Do a little podcast-a-roo.
Well, you won't even have. We'll throw that thing right onto the field. It's party time the minute you get there. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I understand, brother. I'm just
The
hoping.
the parties they set up are incredible, and then the girls are just. There's a group of girls, they call them tag-alongs.
Tag-alongs?
Yeah, and this year Minnesota was tight for me because I was barely married.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was just like laying down the groundwork for like, I'll see you around. Don't get nuts. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just letting people know that, you know, I'm about to be born again. I'm like, yeah, all right. Do your little dance. I'll see you next year. You know what I mean?
But now you got
But,
you got the all clear, so forget it.
Opie, I'm literally going dressed like a knight.
Please do.
He's gonna be playing a little Fortnite.
I'm going to be doing a Fortnite dance all over ATL. I'm gonna be ghost riding the whip.
You're gonna be hitting up all the Fortnite dances.
Oh my! Wait till you see my outfits. Oh my God! I'm literally gonna be dressed like a hot dog, just walking around, doing whatever I want.
I can only imagine, my brother. I'm just hoping one of my 5 teams is in the Super Bowl this year.
You got 5 teams? That seems pretty weird.
Well, I got my Jets, I got my Patriots, and I got my Bills. Yeah, and then you know, you gotta you gotta take a peek at the Eagles, obviously, because I got the in-laws down there.
So let me help you out. So
Yeah.
what are your 5
Please bear next right. Then
Well-
bear right immediately.
Well, oh, jeez. Bro, no joke, my Waze, you know when it shows you where you're supposed to be going?
What?
I wish I could take a picture of this, but I'm too busy podcasting. It just turned into a swastika. No joke. Oh, wow, now I'm stammering. I literally made a wrong turn somewhere because I'm too busy trying to make this sound good. that to get back to where I need to be, they just made a swastika pattern on the ways.
You sure that doesn't just say that you're in Chatham?
Oh my God, this is the biggest F up ever on Waze. Someone
How are you blaming Waze? You're the one driving.
I know, I always get lost in Jersey though. I don't understand the roads. Ask my wife. It happens every time.
The last thing I'm going to do is talk to Lindsay about your Alzheimer's driving. I'm going to talk to Lindsay about anything. It's like, yo, hook me up with some single girls in Philly, a nice Philly girl.
Fuck. I'm on back roads in Newark. That can't be good.
No, it's not great.
And I'm getting really dizzy. I've already taken 3 rights and 2 lefts.
Turn right after 700 feet.
Now I'm doing another right, Apu. Taking another right here. Wow, that's a fuck up. That is an impressive fuck up.
Please turn next right. Then make the next sharp right turn.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Take the next right and then the next sharp right turn. That's how bad I fucked up. But I'm almost completing the swastika. Almost. Anyway, what were we talking about? Super Bowl?
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yeah, good for you, buddy. Oh, you were going to go over my teams.
Yeah, so go ahead. Jets, they're not going.
Yeah, I know.
What's the other team, Bills?
Yeah, but can I stop you for a second? The Jets...
No, you can't. Impossible. The Bills ain't going. Jets ain't going. What's your third one?
Patriots with an old quarterback.
They're going to be there.
And then, I take a little peek at the Eagles just because of the in-laws.
Eagles are there.
I mean, that's more of a peek, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of the Eagles, but I gotta take a peek.
Left immediately.
And I gotta defend myself a little bit because I get a lot of shit for having 5 teams. The Jets set me down this road so many years ago because their team has sucked for decades, and we haven't even had a quarterback in decades. So it started making me look at other teams.
Holy shit. Just looking at the news now. Early in the morning, looking at the news. No good news.
Oh, God, I've been turning off that Trump shit for a long time now.
Oh, my God. Look at this Amorosa. I can't believe Trump has his own Roland Campos.
Most people know I'm not a huge Trump guy, but with that said, Omarosa is the worst. She is the worst.
She is the worst, man.
I mean, Trump took care of her, man. I mean, she wouldn't have even been close to that White House if it wasn't for Trump.
Yeah, well, that's people, man. You learn that in life, that's unfortunate. I mean, I've learned it the hard way. When I got divorced and stuff, how many people just, looked the other way. And then when they saw that I didn't go down, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden they come back like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, wait a sec. You know what I mean? Like, so...
I think it happens to all of us. You start realizing that it happens to all of us, that you got backstabbers among you and you have no idea until the shit goes down.
Well, it's not even the backstabbers that bother me as much, because backstabbers I can use later to hurt other people, but it's the people that can only be on a winning team. When shit started going south in my marriage, there was a lot of people that didn't reach out to me, didn't see if I was okay, didn't do, you know what I mean? They just waited to make sure everything was all right, and then they showed back up for the party.
Oh, shit.
That's my favorite type of people, just the cowards. You know what I mean? Like the people that just can't pick a winning, they can't pick a team. They're always on the right side of things. Like, and that happens to me a lot. That happens to me a lot in Chatham, where a lot of people are like, well, Marie's keeping the restaurant, so we'll just be friends with her. And when they realize, she's not even there, or she don't care, or the restaurant's different, then they're like all of a sudden they call me with like, yo man, I was at Marie's. I'm like, bro, there is no way you're calling me 6 months later. We're done. You know what I mean?
Wow. What do you think what do you think that's about? People just don't want a lot of drama in their life, or they want to always, I guess you said it, they always want to be on the winning team, but
they want to be on the winning team. They want to hedge their bets. And the thing is nothing in my life, I was never able to hedge a bet.
Right.
In the restaurant business, I always had to pick. Am I with the owner or am I with the chef? And sometimes I'd win and sometimes I'd lose. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that created the fabric that kept me from sinking when I got divorced, is because I always had a job. I always had a source of making money.
Right.
And You know, these people that are always want to be on the right side are never on any side. I have no tolerance for it whatsoever. I was just taking people out. I got a text from this dude. Like, we chilled out maybe twice a week for 6 years when I was in Chatham, right?
Yeah.
And we'd go to Dunkin' Donuts and chill and talk. He would talk about his marriage and my, we just regular dudes. Then all hell broke loose and he wanted nothing to do with it. So he just sent me a text. Hey man, literally this morning. I'll show it to you in a second. Hey man, hope is well. Hey, do you still have that watch? He gave me some watch, right?
Yeah.
Gave it to me. It was a broken watch. He's like, here, take this. If you can fix it, keep it, whatever. So he just texts me, and he's like, oh, do you have that watch? I said, I threw it in the garbage.
Good for you. Good for you. I wish I learned some of these life lessons a long time ago, because, the same shit happened with the radio thing. Like, people that I really believed were my friends and had my back.
Oh, man.
You think people got your back, you think you got real relationships with people, and then the shit hits the fan, and then it's over, Johnny. They fucking turn on you so fast, and then you'll see these same people come back around when you're doing well again. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're starting to trickle back now, because they left me for dead. You know what I mean? And I would put calls out, hey, let's go get a lunch. Nothing, I'm busy. Now everybody's starting to show up. They know Carl's at full power.
Right.
They're married. They want to do a little cheating on the side. They know that now I'm running a straight up bullpen. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, and then I get like, yo, Cuban. Nah, bro. Ain't no Cuban here. The Cuban you knew drowned in your bullshit 6 months ago.
That's just flat out sad.
But you want to know what's funny, Opie? What blew my mind?
I'm listening, buddy.
All the girls, all the women in my life,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Be it my friends or wives, didn't flinch or falter, not 1 second.
Right.
All dudes. It was all the dudes that were just soft as cheap ice cream. I mean, just sniveling, nonsense. Like, I'm like, dude, when did guys start talking like this?
Yeah.
When did guys get so emotional and so like, oh man, I hope you're okay in that cabin? I'm like, bro, my cabin is nuts. I do whatever I want.
I blame Nickelback.
You think it was Nickelback?
Yeah, Nickelback made guys soft. Yes.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm telling you, it was Nickelback. But it's so weird, like, even when you were going through the whole divorce, you were never downer Carl.
No.
You kept a positive outlook and you fucking plowed through. So I don't know why people decided at that point to turn their back on you and not want to deal with you. Maybe,
well, because they were. I guess they're even scared of it. They're such softies. They were scared of my marriage.
Yeah, but maybe they knew the party was on hold and they were just like, I ain't dealing with real shit. I'll wait for Carl to be back to party Carl, which is
but that doesn't work with me.
You
know what I mean?
I understand that, man. I mean, you want people in your life that. Look, man, you probably don't want some big over-the-top emotional sit-down moment with your friends, but you want a friend to at least go, yo, you all right? And you go, yeah, I'm all right, man. And then that's it. That's it, right?
The best is my friend Renzo.
Yeah.
I mean, literally my ride or die friend since I was sophomore in high school.
Right. Right.
And just right. I mean, we fought together. We did everything together. You know what I mean? Like, just us two together, nothing but trouble, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I went to meet him at the bar, and he knew the minute I said, Renzo, pal, I want to talk to you about what's going on. So I show up to the bar. He goes, it happened, didn't it? He goes, that talking goat put a bullet in you, didn't she? I said, yeah. He goes, that's incredible. He goes, I am so excited. He goes, for the last couple years, I've been hanging out with you, seeing all these girls talk to you. It's like, God, I wish this kid was single. You're so much fun to watch. He goes, now I got a front row seat.
VIP.
He goes, let's get it done. He goes, Carl, I swear to God, tell me right now, I'll break up with my girl.
Jesus.
Right now. I'm like, no, just chill. He goes, I want to. Let's get it done right now.
Right.
He goes, let's cash in. He goes, let's go somewhere warm and let's just go to jail. I said, just give me a little while. But I know, I'm not saying don't break up with her, but I'm just saying not right now. You know what I mean? He's like, all right. So he literally calls every week. Today? We're out, we're done, we're riding? Are we riding? I love that dude.
Are we riding dirty or what?
Are we riding, cuz? Are we riding?
That's hilarious.
And he's like an old school guy.
Right.
You know, like I call him, I'm like, hey man, yo, watch me, I'm going to be on ESPN. He goes, there's no girls on there. I was really surprised, but now they started to trickle back, and I'm just taking them out.
I don't.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You know what's weird, bro? And I don't feel like naming names today, but with the whole collapse of the radio show, the same shit happened with me. It's like, look, some of those guys, the radio show collapsed. They're like, they could finally tell me what they thought of me. I get it. You know, that's human nature. That's life. But then there were a few where I'm like, you too? Really? You know what I did for you? And you're now turning your back on me because I don't have a big radio show with a huge platform anymore? Really? Right. And now when I'm finding out with the success of the podcast, that some of these guys, God, I wish I could name names, are starting to kind of, send a text here and there like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? You find out who your true friends are when you're down on your luck.
Oh yeah, and that's what you got to do. And that's one of the things. Like when I got divorced, I moved right into the woods, but I knew it was coming a long time.
Oh yeah, without giving
you know that
without giving much away. Yeah, that's up to you. But fuck yeah, I know. I told you like, yo, Carl, what's up? Because all of a sudden you're like down at the shore. And then all of a sudden you're in this cabin. The signs were everywhere for a while.
Well, I didn't tell anybody for a while.
Hold on. Waze decided that was a perfect fucking time to pop in. Why would you have to interrupt if I'm on 80 for 20 miles? God damn it, this Waze. Shut up. Know your place. Sorry, Carl.
Oh, no problem.
Go back.
Big shout out to Waze. And
they probably will be sponsoring this podcast soon.
Exactly.
Love you, Waze.
Love you. Big shout out.
Big shout out to the Waze.
To the Wazy poo. I was married 7 years. I knew 2 years in that it was a ghost ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Really?
And 2 years in, I knew it was a ghost ship. And I kept running scenarios. And none of them were clean. All of them were messy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh. So then I said, I'll just let her blow it up.
Right.
And then that was it. And then it took her a while to figure it out, like most things. And then that was it. Damn. And then I started to methodically dismantle everything. You know what I mean? I went down from 3 restaurants to 2 to 1.
Right.
And I was just like, and I just started to, I paid off all the taxes, like all the stuff that I knew that was going to get me.
Yeah. And
then I just started going really light. And then she's like, why did you buy that watch with diamonds on it? I'm like, I don't know, I'm Cuban.
This is what we do.
This is what we do. And I'd ship it to my mother.
Right.
I'm like, Mom, put this in your butt. Old school.
Put this in your butt, I'm going to come for it someday.
Put this in your butt like we did in Cuba. I'm going to need that later. You know what I mean? My dad's sleeping on a bed in Alzheimer's, and his pillow's worth $100,000 because my mom's hiding all the watches on top of him.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
Just gangster shit, man. And then that was it. And then we were, home free.
I was with this girl for, 8-9 years, right? This is how stupid I am. I love admitting how stupid I am. I moved home from Long Island, from Buffalo. A girl up there just crushed me. Just fucking crushed me. A story for another podcast. It's a great story, actually. Maybe when I get in the car with you, I'll tell you. We should do breakup stories. I got some shit. All right. When I pick you up, I'll save that story for our ride because it's a great one.
Yeah.
So she destroyed me. I was just too naive, man. She was like, I had no business being with this girl, man. Holy shit. She was like a Ferrari, and I was like a Honda hatchback. There was no way we should have got together. Man, she knew, and she got me good. So then I moved home to Long Island, and I met this girl, and she was beautiful, man. Fucking beautiful. And we go out on our first date. We're in my car, and we start making out. Bro, I knew at that moment our chemistry was not right? And guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I went out with her for 8 years.
Oh my God.
What an idiot. I knew when I kissed her, I'm like, right away, I'm like, whoa, we don't have the chemistry. Holy shit.
Oh, that sucks.
And because I'm a stupid motherfucker, brought up naive by a controlling fucking mom, I just didn't have life lessons. So it took me 8 years to get out of that. 8 years.
Oh.
And I knew because my head was blown away because I'm like, this girl's beautiful, man. This should work. You know what I'm saying? But it just wasn't right.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's like when I got married. When I got married, I took all shit. I never take advice from married dudes because they just want you to be miserable like them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was getting older, and my mother, my dad got sick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die alone. I need a family.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I looked at my roster, and I picked the least, the one that I thought was the most stable.
Right.
It was literally like that. It wasn't like anything else. It was just like to make my parents happy or my mom happy. My grandfather just died. He was my right-hand man. He's the only one that ever told me the truth. Everyone else lived in fantasy la-la land.
Right.
My mother was either laughing or crying, nothing in the middle. You know what I mean? But either she was.
Oh, hold on, Carl. You're breaking up. Oh, Carl is breaking up. That means I'm getting close to the creepy cabin because the reception out here is really, really bad.
That creepy cabin vortex, Opie.
Oh, I lost Carl.
Let's do a redial.
So your mom had two emotions?
Yeah, dude, like a light switch. She was either happy or crying. There was nothing in the middle. And then, I lost my grandpa, and then, my brother. He's got the emotions of a vending machine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but he has to be. He's literally the angel of death.
Yeah.
So I can't ask him opinions because he's watching babies die all day.
Right.
So he's got that million-mile gaze. He just wants everyone to shut up so he can watch the news.
But
you know what I mean? Like he doesn't.
But sometimes
care about anything.
But sometimes you could ask him for his opinion because he's going to give it to you black and white. He's not going to sugarcoat anything.
I understand, but my brother went from number one in high school to number one at Ivy League to number one in medical school to married with 3 kids. He has no life experience on anything.
Right.
Like nothing really bad's ever happened to him.
Right.
Nothing. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He never did anything. He never outsmarted anybody. You know what I mean? He went by the book. So there's really nothing I need to ask him because I'll never use his advice. So I'm the complete opposite. I'm the opposite of Rain Man. I'm like Sunny Man.
That's a great way to put it, man. That's a great way to put it.
Like, to me, it's just like, I have like a check system. Are we partying? Yes. All right. Are we not partying?
Yeah.
Then how come?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's basically how I go about things.
Right.
Which makes me really fun. But at the same time, people get tired of me.
So what about your mom with the two emotions and and girls, I guess. I guess that's where you were going with that.
Well, the problem with my mom, and I love her because she's my mom, and you're built that way.
Yeah.
But she all the advice she ever gave me was just for herself.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Oh, you shouldn't open that restaurant. But it wasn't because she was worried about me. It was because she was scared that it wouldn't work, and then that she would have to give me money. That's why she gave me the advice.
Gotcha.
It never had anything to do with me.
Right.
It had everything to do with how is this going to affect me, or how am I going to look socially?
Well, it was all about if she was going to be inconvenienced or not.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
So when you take that kind of advice, I mean, she always wins. The house always wins, but you lose.
Right.
You know what I mean? So my dad was the complete opposite. My dad was very risky. He was a risk taker, and he was smooth with the ladies, boy. Woo, doggy. Oh man! And he knew I fucked it.
Well, wait, you broke up there. Yeah, we got the bad reception as we get closer to Carl's creepy cabin. You know what? I'm only a couple miles out, so why don't we do this? Joe, you take it away. Do what you got to do. This podcast will continue from Carl's creepy cabin as I pick him up. I think we're going to get pizza at Pepe's, and then we're also going to end up at ESPN today because Carl's got a big gig up there. So, lots to do. Take it away, Joey!
Deep shit. Really deep shit. Good call on waiting to get to CCC for the rest of this episode. All very revealing. When we return, we go back to where it all began. Well, where this podcast began. Carl's Creepy Cabin.